Alright guys, so this is going to be a little bit of a rant video because you guys live in Toronto. You already know that our softy mayor, John Tory, has resigned. Why? Well, he had an affair, an illegal relationship with someone who was in his office while the guy basically he's married to his wife for 40 years, and honestly, it was just the right thing to do because if you're having like illegal relationships, you know how effed up it's going to get to you, and then it's going to like ruin your career, especially when it comes to politics. So that's what happened to our wonderful, gorgeous mayor, John Tory, and it's shocking because, you know, first of all, last night this came in as a surprise, and we just didn't see it coming. But as for this guy, he's done. Well, actually, he hasn't submitted his resignation yet. He's still the mayor for now, but good riddance. You can say fuck off to him now because we won't be needing him anymore. He's a softie, and just before he made his announcements, he wasn't really doing anything to help all the homeless that are roaming around our streets with nowhere to live and stuff, and especially that it's still the middle of winter and it gets cold all of a sudden, and the freaking city hasn't decided. Actually, they did decide that they're not going to keep the warming centers open 24/7, which is ridiculous. And also, this comes at a critical time. Look, there's the bus I was just on, good old Orion 7 NG Hybrid. One of 6 left at Wilson Division on my home route, the 109. But again, as I was saying, this comes at a critical time when this week the city of Toronto is voting on the Tory budget. But now that seems to be up in the air because with him gone, stepping down from his position, that could all change. Now, another reason why I'm doing this little rant video is because if you guys watch the walking videos, or if you guys even remember the little rant I made last week on why the TTC needs to get their act together, again, as I mentioned before, this freaking city is in it's experiencing a homeless crisis, and we can't seem to afford like freaking housing and stuff like that, and the city hasn't really been acknowledging that, and yet they're forcing the TTC to make unnecessary changes by literally cutting down the budget, cutting service, and raising the fares. And again, if you live in Toronto, just spread the word. We don't want these freaking cuts happening. It's a load of bullshit, and it's gonna drive people away. That's what Tory wanted to do, right? Never mind the TTC pissing off taxpayers' money. I mean, they don't do that a lot, but they're just forced to. And that's why it just blatantly pisses me off, because there's a lack of inaction. And all this $50 million is actually going to contentious spending for the police, right? The Toronto Police Service. And yet they're not using this money to build affordable housing and build more shelters for the homeless, right? Thank goodness that we haven't actually heard of any violent incidents on the TTC lately, because almost every day I'm seeing, every time I'm on the TTC, I'm seeing a lot of police officers and station supervisors. So I honestly think that's brought a little reduction down. But obviously there's still a lot of work to do for the city, the TTC itself. Now, I honestly hope February 13th, which is Monday, 2 days from now. Today is the 11th of February, 2023. Now, I can only hope that the city won't have to just draw something on their friggin' napkins and just be like, okay, so we're just going to increase this, increase that, and because it's gonna be reliable, better for Torontonians. Well, no, it's not going to be any better. Absolutely not. And I'm probably gonna guess if the deputy mayor, who's actually a lady who is riding in Scarborough, if she says no to all these cuts, and the city of Toronto decides to vote against it, that's going to be the best day of the year for the government. Because I cannot freaking imagine that the city would totally do something like that. And for the TTC, because again, they've lost so much money due to the pandemic, and they're just like trying to work their way out, and spending money on unnecessary things we don't need is ludicrous. It's a little shit, honestly. And that's why I said a lot of people that are just moving out of the city are just getting tired of it, because you know our municipal government it's not taking action on the most important things. Now, you can always go on CB24 because they made a detailed article on what's next after Tory's resignation. So we are getting a by-election in the next few months. Not sure when, but it will take time though. So forgot the name of the deputy mayor, but she's going to take office once Tory submits his resignation proposal. But all I gotta say is good riddance, fuck off, and it was nice knowing you. Because really, since I was just about to mention that Tory has already been in his third term for 4 months. He's been around since 2014. And hopefully we're going to actually get somebody good later this year, because I really want the city to be great again, and even like make a lot of things more affordable and stuff, especially for like low-income people. But I think the main focus now is to deal with the mentally ill and address the homelessness, and just care about your citizens, for God's sake. That's all I want. That's all I want. Because if not, you know that they're just gonna drive the whole population out of this. We're the largest city in Canada. We have a lot of diversity that we should be proud of, and sometimes the city is just ignoring it, right? That's what pisses me off. They want to ignore freaking Scarborough, and then what? The little Jamaica and stuff like that. Come on. So if we get a brand new government, you know, later this year, and they actually know what the hell they're doing, I would be pretty happy. So that's just my thoughts on that. You can leave your comments down below. Specifically, if you live in Toronto and you actually agree with me or not, that's fine. But I've been talking about a lot about what the city's been doing for a while in my walking videos, and also the one I made last month. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it there. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys. Have a great Saturday, a great weekend, and I'll see you all on the next time. And we hope for a better change this year. Now Tory is bye-bye. That's all. Cheers.